Joining us now is Democratic Congressman Jared Moskowitz of Florida. He is the former Emergency Management Director for Florida and is behind this proposal. Congressman, it's great seeing you always. So let me get this straight. So we're just starting the hurricane season, the Atlantic hurricane season, right? June 1st through November. It's already a mess out there. You got wildfires everywhere. Steve Patterson is talking about 23,000 acres burned just in New Mexico. And FEMA is about to run out of money?
Yeah, it's deja vu all over again. Thanks, Jose. Thanks for having me and talking about this. This is exactly what happened last year. Last year, we had the same problem. The disaster relief fund called the DRF at FEMA was running out of money as we were getting into last hurricane season. And we needed about $12 billion to shore up that fund. And then we had the Hawaii fires, the horrible fire in Hawaii, which then obviously, bumped that number up to over $14 billion to shore up FEMA's disaster relief fund. I went out to Hawaii with former Speaker Kevin McCarthy to tour that damage, to really press upon Congress to make sure that we go ahead and pass a FEMA supplemental. We actually did that last September. Now, obviously, with all the chaos in Congress that's happened since his removal and the dysfunction, I am dramatically concerned that FEMA is not only dealing with fire season, as you're seeing in New Mexico, we're going into what is being described as maybe the worst hurricane prediction we've seen in over a decade, 17 to 25 named storms potentially headed to the coast of the United States. And FEMA running out of money. What does that mean, Jose? That means that they will slow the process for federal funds, which will slow, obviously, any response or cleanup or, communities recovering, because cities and counties and states will make decisions based on when that money's coming, when that money's going to come in. So this will dramatically impact the nation's ability to respond at the local level if FEMA does not get their disaster relief fund money.
So, Congressman, what does your bill include, and why the heck is this not just commonly put in as just a regular thing?
Well, look, FEMA has a regular budget, but unfortunately, because disasters, dealing with the changes in our weather and our weather patterns, we're seeing bigger disasters. We're seeing disasters in areas that didn't happen before. Tornado Alley is expanding. We're seeing enhanced flooding, right? And the cost of these disasters are dramatically increasing. So as a result of which, there's a gap. And so that's why FEMA needs a supplemental. By the way, we've passed these supplementals in the past. There was a Sandy supplemental after Superstorm Sandy. There was one after Hurricane Harvey in Texas. These are normal, but usually it happens, right? We don't wait until we're in the middle of hurricane season to do it. The Speaker could take my bill up tomorrow, right? Put it on the floor. We could vote on it, send it over to the Senate, and get disaster funding. This is a bipartisan, bicameral issue. We've had sponsors, Republican sponsors in the Senate, Marco Rubio and Rick Scott in the past, trying to make sure FEMA has the resources. But, look, we also have a vote on the budget coming in September about whether or not we're going to keep the government open. And I'm worried that FEMA is going to get caught in the crosshairs.
Well, it doesn't make any sense for this bill not to be put on immediately, but let's, see what happens on that one. Congressman, I want to take advantage of your time, and I want to turn your attention to the Supreme Court. President Biden just released a statement on the Supreme Court's Rahimi gun decision today that he and Vice President Harris will, quote, continue to call on Congress to further strengthen support protections for survivors and to take action to stop the epidemic of gun violence tearing our communities apart. What's your reaction to that?
Well, look, I think the Supreme Court got this decision right after the shooting at my high school, Marjory Stoneman Douglas. We passed the Marjory Stoneman Douglas School Safety Act. We did a number of things in that bill, but one of the things we did was red flag laws, risk protection orders. At that point, Florida was only the sixth state in the nation to do that. And since that time, in the 6 years that that's been in place, law enforcement has used risk protection orders over 12,000 times here in the state of Florida. That means law enforcement deemed someone a danger to themselves or a danger to others and was able to confiscate their weapons. They get due process. They get to go in front of a judge to show that, that they should get those weapons back. But this works. This is a tool that helps keep guns out of the hands of people who are mentally ill or guns out of the hands of people that are a danger to the community. And so I'm happy to see the Supreme Court allow this tool, say it's constitutional. We always believed it was. And now that it is, it's time for the federal government to act. It's time for Congress and the Senate to pass a federal red flag law. This will be a tool that communities can use to help prevent things that happen in my neighborhood, like a shooting at a high school. It will help keep suicides down. It'll protect our veterans. It will help people suffering from domestic abuse. And so I think the Supreme Court got it right. And I think now it's time for Congress to act.